Today we will going to discuss about the data types in Java. Data types. Data types is a type of data which is used in the program. In other words, we can say that it is used to declare a variable. Data types can be also defined as to identify the types of data involved in an operation or in a program is known as data types. In Java, data types are divided into two groups: non-primitive data types and primitive data types. Now we will going to discuss about the different type of data types. First is primitive data type. Primitive data type is also said to be predefined or fundamental data types. Those data types which automatically loads in the memory as soon as Java programs run are known as primitive data types. The primitive data types sup- supported by Java are short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean and byte. Second, non-primitive or derived or reference data type. These data types are formed with the help of primitive data types. In other words, they are group of primitive data types. Examples of primitive data types are arrays, class, interface. A non-primitive data type or reference data type is used to store the memory address of an object. Now we will see the flow chart how the data types are divided into different groups: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types is divided into three. The examples of primitive data types are classes, interface and array. The primitive data types is divided into two groups: numeric and non-numeric. Numeric data types is again divided into two groups, that is integer and floating points. The examples of integers are short, int, long. The examples of floating points are float and double. Non-numeric data types, it is again subdivided into two groups: character and boolean. So character will be char and boolean will be boolean. Now we will going to see the range and default value of the data types. So here the primitive data types has the fixed size and range and their default value. See here, byte, it has 8 bit. That 8 bit will be equal to 1 byte and its range will be minus 128 to 127 and its default value will be 0. Next is short, its size will be 16 bit, that is 2 byte and range will be minus 32768 to plus 32767 and its default value will be 0. So in this chart we can see the different data types and its size and its default value as well as range. We can see here in the last boolean, its size will be 1 bit and it has the range either true or false, but it has the default value false. Now we are going to uh, understand the meaning of default value. So we have seen that in the case of byte, this can hold whole number between -128 to 127, mostly used to save memory. Its default value will be 1 byte and default value will be 0, and its default size will be 1 byte. Now we are going to explain this by mean of a example. So I have taken a class Java Umesh, then public static void main string args. Sometime we can write here string args then bracket. If you want, you can write also here string bracket args. This is supported by different version of the Java. Now here I have taken byte num, then system.out.println num. So in this example we have not put any value of a num. When we have to run this program, then we will get the value 0 as a output. Why we will getting the value of 0? Because byte has the default value 0. That's why we are getting the output 0. When we move to the next program, we will see here in this next program we initialize the value of num by 113. Now when we see the output of this program, then we see that the output will be 113. Why this is 113? Because it has value 113. Now again we are taking another program. In this program we have taken now, in this program we will see that here we have taken byte num equal to 130, then system.out println num. When we run this program we will get a error. What types of error we will get? We will get type mismatch error because the value 130 is out of range of byte data type. That's why it display the error here, because a byte has the different range and 130 is not comes under this range. Now we are moving to the next part, that is float. Float sufficient for holding 6 to 7 decimal digit. It is better to write f at the end of float value. Always suffix float value with the f, else compiler will consider its double. Example, float num equal to 19.98f system.out.println num, then we will get output as a 19.98. Now we are going to discuss about the double. So double is sufficient for holding 15 decimal digit. I have taken double num, value will be -42937737.9d. System.out.println num, we will get output as a -4.293773779e7. Why will we get it in a different form? Because this will change according to the mathematics, that is power and exponent basis. Boolean hold either true or false. I have taken one example, boolean b system.out.println b, its output will be false. Why it will display output false? Because the default value of boolean will be false. That's why here it will display false. In the next part we have taken boolean b equal to true system.out.println b. In this situation we will get the output as a true, because here we have taken the value of b will be true. Now char and string literal, char ch equal to z. So whenever we have to initialize the character, then it will be in single quote. Similarly, in case of a string, I have taken string s equal to Java. See here, the Java is in double quotes. So keep in mind, when the character will be initialized, in this situation it will be in single quote. When the string will be or a word will be initialized, then it will be in double quotes. When we see the output of this program, then what we will observe, the output will be Z and Java. So here system.out.println ch, so the value stored by ch will be Z, that's why Z will be displayed. In the same manner, the value stored by s will be Java, so here Java will be displayed. So